Dig deep into the past of some of the world's biggest fashion icons, and all you'll find are traces of struggle, hard work, and true passion. Such as the story of Louis Vuitton, which today rules over the fashion industry. However, have you ever wondered about who was behind such a massive success and what's his story? Hello everyone, welcome to another video on this channel. In this video, I'll be talking about a life-changing journey and a story of sheer determination which got lost somewhere in between the glamorous life of the fashion world. So, stick with me to find out how this one person makes his way to the top, sailing through all the tragic and misfortunate events. So, let's get into it. The lifelong journey of Louis Vuitton and his venture is a true representation of rising from the ashes to the top of the world. It all started back in the early 19th century, where Louis Vuitton was born at the house of a farmer who was struggling to make ends meet due to the ongoing recovery phase of France's economy because of the Napoleon War. The situation was such that it forced Louis Vuitton to play his part by working on the farms. However, as I have mentioned in one of my videos before as well, you can't settle for less when nature has big plans for you. During the same era, France saw a rise in the number of craftsmen and the demand for their handcrafted products. In 1835, when Louis turned 13, he fled to Paris and started working in an artisan and craftsman workshop. He was learning new skills, but his decision of leaving his home had left him homeless. He had no home to go to and no roof to shelter him at night, so he slept under the woods with just a piece of cloth for warmth. I don't think even Louis realized that the skills he was gaining from the work he performed at the workshop would be a fate changer for him. Time passed and he gained substantial expertise in handcrafting wood and skills that taught him how to deal with different materials. This was the same time when the railway industry started its operations in Paris, and the demand for wooden boxes skyrocketed, and many craftsmen shifted to designing and selling different boxes to make them as rugged, sturdy, and spacious as possible so the aristocrats don't have to worry about their contents getting broken inside the boxes. Fortunately, he got an apprenticeship offer from Monsieur Maréchal where he hadn't paid well for the skills he had, but I believe the things he learned there are worth more than any amount that could be paid for that. Soon, Louis became the favorite among the clients of Monsieur, and after a while, he was hired as a personal box designer by the Empress of France. Not only did Louis have the skills required to do the job, but the creativity to divert from the old ways and design something brilliant. Louis did great in the Empress's employment. However, his popularity was increasing in the industry, so he opened his first shop in 1854. No one knew at the time that this guy wasn't there to just sell things by following the market standards. The eye Louis had for design was on a different level, much so that he changed the industry standard of making boxes by using canvas instead of leather. Although both the customers and the market were skeptical about this invention of Louis, later that same invention became the basis for designing modern luggage. The reason for the growth and popularity of Louis's design was that it was elegant, strong, and spacious. He had already made a mark in the luggage industry. However, the thirst for creating more and creating better couldn't let him stop. So in 1867, he started designing handbags. Though it wasn't like no one ever made handbags before, however, they were not accepted due to issues like being bulky, and even some could cause injury. However, Louis did not listen to what the people around him had in their minds and designed handbags. This turned out exactly as Louis predicted about the potential. Now, it wasn't just the luggage boxes that he had designed, but now he was into designing handbags as well. Everything was working in his favor. He even asked his son to join hands with him in the business. You must be thinking, a story that was supposed to be about struggle. How is everything working out so perfectly for him? Well, here comes the twist. A war suddenly erupted which left Louis with nothing. His shop got destroyed, and all the workshops and equipment were damaged. It was an utter disaster that once again made Louis homeless. Did I tell you Louis was anything but a quitter? Yeah. So instead of mourning over his loss, he started again. Yes, again. From scratch, all over again, because he believed you can destroy the craft, but not the craftsman. So with whatever he had left, he started his shop again. Though his business was up and running in no time, still he had big plans. The plan was to go international. Well, let me give you some background first. As the business grew in popularity, Louis started to receive orders from across Europe. And with the technological advancement, now it was easy to print and design the canvas, which made the products interesting and elegant. And based on these designs, Louis launched its very first product catalog that made ordering very easy. However, no story is good without a tragic element to it. And it happened to the Vuitton family as well. This tragedy wasn't like the previous ones that one could recover in time. As Mr. Louis, the soul of the business, suddenly died at the age of 72. The tragedy was big, but I guess it was in the blood of the Vuitton family that nothing could ever stop him. So, George Vuitton immediately took over his father's business, and in the same pursuit as his father, he realized he needed a strong international channel to grow the business. He did find a person from the US that helped him achieve his goal. This was massive for the brand Louis Vuitton. Now it was time to develop the image for the brand. I don't know how, but it seems like people of earlier centuries knew better what the cycles of business are and at what point to execute a certain policy. I mean, just to understand the story of Louis Vuitton, as the business had made some mark, it was time to develop an image for the brand. To pay due respect to his father and the founder of Louis Vuitton, George got a logo designed, a distinct floral pattern with an LV logo in between. Everything was in place for the brand to take off, and it did. Many people joined the company, and with new thinkers and designers came new products that were both better and stylish. Louis Vuitton at this point was in a stage where they went into the production of new things and developed new products. A few products that were immediately added to their catalog were everyday hand carry, a bag to carry your stuff, and some premium bags for women. The products I mentioned are in a way that would help everyone understand because they didn't name them so simply. As the hand carry was called the Keep-All, the everyday stuff bag was called the No, and the premium women's bag was called the Alma. Along with the products, it was the need of the business to develop a strong network of distribution and a strong sales network. To accomplish this, as all the other goals before, some very fine personnel were hired by Louis Vuitton. I know that this story was supposed to be a story of a struggling man. However, we cannot ignore all those people who helped Louis and afterward his son that collectively made the brand what it is today. This video is a tribute to all those who put their blood and sweat into this brand and helped it reach the heights it has to its name today. You'll find many claiming that it's just the name that you pay the price for, but what they don't know is that the craftsmanship that designed those products are not some random artisans. Every product Louis Vuitton sells is still produced in-house with a strict check over the production process. This made the brand #1 in the world of fashion with a net worth of around $30 billion today. That's massive considering where it came from. Remember, it was started by someone who didn't even have a roof to sleep under. His determination to the goal of achieving something was greater than the troubles he had to face. After all, it's not easy to leave an undeniable legacy. That's it for the video. I hope you liked and enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for future notifications. Until then, take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next one.